Hello guys, good day everyone. For today's video guys, I will start my vlog, which is a series of vlogs. It's all about my life stories. So how did I started to become a teacher, uh, from that vendor of kamuti Q down to being a teacher of the ed guys. So my life story started. I was going to share with you how did I get married earlier, uh, what happened to me, then when I was 16. Okay, so guys, my life story started when actually I was 15 then, when really I lost that self-esteem, and I lost that desire for school. So actually, not that school, but my attention was drawn to barkadas, and to you know that time really was my year of being rebellious to my parents, as actually uh I was a papa's girl, and even now. But that time, I was really away from my mother. My heart is really um, parang beating only for my father that time. That I felt like I wasn't loved by my mother, and I was bullied by people because my looks kinda different from my siblings. So uh, my happy moments always with my barcadas and my friends, and not with family. So I really believe that my barcada can only make me happy. This set of friends, uh, since as what I have said, I was really uh, away from my heart is really away from my siblings, because I really felt inferior. I am not I am not beautiful. I am not charming as them. So yeah, until as what I have said, I was into I was into I was into vices. uh, I undergone such like those vices that are not really good for you know for teens like us before. But because of this another set of friends, so really that peer pressure, that you need to join, you need to go with them, you need to do what they are doing in order for you to be classified as belong to the group. So I am not really open. I am not really open to my mother, to my father, even to my father. We are that close, but I am not really open to what I really felt inside. More so with my siblings, because really I felt inferior. And although I know now that behavior and attitude is not good now, I realize it now. But at that time, what I'm only considering is myself. That I need to find a group where really I belong. So that's what I have said. I just like in our family, I felt like I am not belong, or I wasn't belong to them. Char. So ayan. Uh, I get married at the age of, not married really, but I got into relationship when I was 16. Like, we are living together. We're living together with my then husband now. I was 16 then when I get pregnant with my eldest. And really, because prior to that, I stopped my school. Kasi nga, as what I have said, I was drawn to barkada, drawn to vices, drawn to, like, uh, all I am really thinking, or my life really circulate on how to make myself happy, how to enjoy life, not knowing that education is really important. Although there's at the back of my mind, but I was overwhelmed with the feeling of being belong that time. So I stopped school. I went away. I worked away from my parents at the age of 15. And then when I get home, uh, I I meet my husband and my partner. I was 16 then when I get pregnant, and 16 when I get pregnant, I need to really uh, stand on my own mistakes, because I believe that the mistakes that I have done, or the mistakes that I have, should be corrected. So I stand on it, bear the child, and we're living together. Since I was 16, I experienced a lot of difficulties. Like when I gave birth to my eldest, like it was premature, and I was brought to Cagayan de Oro City Provincial Hospital, that in MMC now. I was brought there at the age of 16. I give birth to my eldest, and since she was sickly and she needs a lot of medication, right? Expensive medicines. So at the age of 16, I was able to really go with different groups or foundation, ask help, NGOs, ask help for my child, for my eldest to get well. And really, I faced that at the age of 16. Parang I got matured at that moment. I need to face it. I need to really, in order for my child, in order for my child to live, I need to face people. I need to be brave, courageous, and stand on my own feet. But at that time, I realized the love of my mother, that, you know, without without my children, I cannot, or without feeling or living the show of a mother, I wouldn't realize the love of my mother for me. So that time we got closer, and though there's a lot of arguments, there's a lot of, kasi nga that time our family was very, affected, devastated of what we need to face, like the business of my mom, my dad. They really need to help me. It's because I'm just 16 then. And so I realized I really need to go back to school to give my parents, or to give honor to my parents for doing their best in helping me, and to give them back the pride that they are expecting from me. But uh, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go back to school since I got pregnant again at the age of 17 with my second born. So, of course, as a mother, I need to really consider the welfare of my child. So, guys, I start I started working actually when I was 16. I already have manage a carinderia. It's like a small restaurant. It's not really a restaurant, but it's just an eatery where people dine, but it's just a small store. So I was able to manage that. I am the cook. I am also the cashier. So just to, provide for my family. But as what I have said, I get pregnant with the third child, with the second child. So, and I cannot go back to school since I have already two babies to consider. My firstborn and my not yet a year old baby, because I give birth at November, and by September another baby came. So I cannot really go on with the plan in my head, to go back to school. And since we were so young, we encountered a lot of problems, arguments, because the need to survive really is very hard, or was very hard that time, even now naman. But that time, since we were young, the survival really, really hits me. So I do not understand, I do not understand life anymore. I guess. So I started comparing my life to others, blaming myself for getting into relationship for that early age. So yeah, I decided to end our relationship and went away to Manila to find a job and to provide for my, of course, children. So I see to it that my babies are in the hands of my parents when I left, to make sure that they are okay. So I left then, and we got separated. Because really that time I need space. I need to, find myself. Like, I really felt like uh, there's a tiny piece for survival na lang for me. So I need to go out from that toxic relationship, for that jealousy, uh, for that problem of money. So yeah, I went away to Manila for work, and then started a life like there's no husband at all. But then my mother, she really instilled in me that, I need to consider my family, my children, that all of my decisions should be uh, focused on the priorities or the welfare of my children. So that's why she told me, if you consider on marrying again, always bear in mind that you have two kids to consider, or if not, do not go into a serious relationship. So not long, almost a year, my partner, we've met in Manila, and since my children, my kids, and my mom always calling me about uh, getting back with my husband and with my partner then. So I realized, kasi I wasn't into a serious relationship naman. Though I am not really sure, but for my children. So ayan. We get back together, and then I went home. When I went home, uh, he followed me. He also went home here, and our parents really proposed us to get married, to have that wedding. Uh, since I wasn't in a relationship naman, and siya wala din naman. So, we, so yeah, we agreed, we agreed on the wedding. So, we got married last 2000, 2005. Yeah, 2005. Get married 2005, and I get pregnant again with my third child. So, ayan. Ah, parang ganun naging buhay ko. So, I focus on raising my children, my three children, uh, sending my firstborn to school from barangay daycare up to, yeah, when she's in grade 1. So there's one time, that was July, when I send my, prior to that, I am focusing on raising my children, getting money from, vending maruya, banana Q, kamote Q, and all stuff like toron. For me, to raise money for the family, along with my partner, as uh, he's a tricycle driver then. So to help him raise for the family, because it wasn't enough. So yeah, I I cook, and I cook and sell my banana Q and all stuff, mga snacks, for every afternoon. So when I send there's one time that that was July, when I send my eldest to school. I noticed this group of adults in a building in Bainasag Central School then. So, since I was curious that time. Then I asked, what are those people doing in that building? So, they answered, it's ALS, alternative learning system. Like, if you don't graduate elementary, you can study there and take the exam for you to pass to be, in high school. And if you're in high school, you need to enroll for secondary for you to, graduate, for you to have a diploma for high school, so that you can go to college, or you can proceed to college. So that time, it's a knock in my head that, this is what I am, this is what I am looking for. This is what I want. I I visited the office of us, or the alternative learning system. I visited and asked or inquired inside. So ayan, I inquired inside. I asked about it, and I learned that I need to enroll, have my weekend study. Like, I will take a modular class, and after that, I need to take the E&E test, E&E, acceleration and equivalency test. So If I pass, then I will have my diploma for secondary. So I can proceed to college. So because I was very excited and you know, I really believe that time that it's my time really to continue my studies. Because apparently I cannot continue my high school education. It's because I have a huge balance in St. Peter's that I cannot pay it. I cannot afford to pay it. And with us naman kasi, all you need to have is your diploma in high school or elementary if you're going to enroll for high school. So, now I enrolled and accepted in alternative learning system within South Central School, and I started that very day. Thanks to the late Ma'am Joy Hoover, who accepted me and challenged me that if I really want, I need to really work double time because I was a bit late for the enrollment because they have started already modules. So I need to study on my own and cope up cope up with the things. So uh I enrolled in ALS. I took time in reviewing while teaching my daughter. I need also to, and while teaching my daughter and you know vending snacks like banana Q, continuing my business, I need to double time studying at night for ALS. Because there this time I was very excited that my my mind is rooting only for me passing the A&E. So luckily I passed the A&E exam and I graduated my high school in 2008. So ayan, I graduated my high school last 2008. So I I was inspired by my instructional managers like Ma'am Lilian and Ma'am Joan Guanzon and Sir Henry Tixon. They really inspired me to, you need to continue college. You have the brain, you have the will. All you need to do is continue your college education and it will change your life. So I was really encouraged and motivated to continue my college education, knowing that I have a good grade during my ELS exam or ENE exam. But apparently, I was again pregnant for the fourth time. Yeah, pregnant for the fourth time. So, instead of going to school, my parents asked me to, you know what? You need to spend 1 year uh, for your baby. You need to spend 1 year for your baby to take care of him and the rest of your children. Since I already have four that time, including my baby. So I consider that's why I raise I didn't proceed college. I didn't enroll to college. Rather, I find ways to raise money for my family and of course for savings, because I was really thinking of having these savings if I am planning to proceed to college. So ayan, after a year, kasi that time my business was selling or vending bangus, like fresh bangus and marinated bangus, because I have a supplier then. The raising money was good, the business was good, but as what I have said, at the back of my mind is really to proceed or to continue my college education. So after a year, enrollment came. I talked with my parents along, no, I talked with my parents and my other parents, my husband's parents. So, apparently, that time, they are not convinced. Like, they are telling me that, you need to focus on your children. You need to focus on your family. No, the education that you want, or the dream that you want, just give them to your children and focus on raising them. So that's what I heard from both sides. So I was really sad, but I am really motivated. I am uh, I I am decided that I really going to college. So I went first. I considered enrolling in St. Rita's College of Balingsag since I already have two sisters there who are who are in college too. So I am thinking maybe I could earn a little discount since I was the third member of the family. But sadly, I was told by the registrar that that discount was only meant for basic education. But since I'm into tertiary education, so that discount is not, you know, there's no discount at all. So, knowing that, actually that time I have no, uh, I don't know where to get money to pay for my tuition. All in my mind was to enroll, because I said if I am enrolled, then money will come. So that's my thinking. Pag na-enroll na ako, papasok na ninyo yung pera na yan. Kapag kailangan mo, darating yan. Ang importante, ma-enroll ako. So then, I went to Misamis Oriental Institute, Misamis Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, and enrolled myself. So this is the school now where I graduated. But back to the story. So I enrolled there, bringing only 1,000 pesos for my entrance. And I took the entrance exam. And for me, what's important is for me to really be enrolled in the school. So, yeah, I was enrolled without the knowledge of my parents and other people. Basta I enrolled because I want to be enrolled. So, that's what I did. If they don't like, basta mag-enroll ko. That's all. So, ayan, to make this story short, I was enrolled in Misamis Oriental Institute of Science and Technology. And, yeah, I started. And I took a bachelor in elementary education. So, ayan, after enrollment, I went to my parents' house and told them the story. I told them that I was already enrolled. All I need is the support. But my mom told me, the time for your college education has been long overdue. Or, wala na kaming budget para dyan. They told me, you see, you have already two sisters. They're in St. Rita and the tuition fee is quite higher. We have no extra fund for you. That's what they said. Really, I was devastated. I felt like, oh, where will I get money then? So, but then they offered me something that I cannot refuse. Like my mom said, if you want to go to college, You can work here in my store. Like we have a cafeteria that time. It's a 24-hour small cafeteria where people can, it's a street store where people can have their coffee or have their red horse or yeah. So you can work here right after your school and I will give you allowance. So I grabbed the opportunity because my mom will give me 70 to 100 pesos depending on the kita of the store. So yeah, 70 including the pamasahe that I need to pay from our tindahan, from our store going to my home. So yeah, I work hard. Like my class will end at 7. So I need to go directly to the store, bringing my uh, bringing my uh, bringing my another suit for duty. So magdadala na ako ng damit for pang-change ko na, no? From uniform to my pang-duty na suit. So ayan, I started working from 7 p.m. to 2 o'clock a.m. 2 o'clock dawn. So I am the watcher of the tindahan. So I have the problem now for my allowance. And because I am quite thrifty, ano talaga ako, masinop, no? Wala akong maalala na nag-college ako na bumili ako ng damit. Yung pang forma, hindi ko siya maalala. Wala akong, what I bought during my college days was only uniforms. We're only uniform for intramurals, uniform for PE, uniform for school uniform. Ayan. Those were only things that I bought during my college days. Kasi naka-uniform ka naman palagi. So, yung mga damit kong dati, hindi naman yung nagagamit kasi nga naka-uniform ako. So, hindi ako nagbago ng damit. Yung mga damit ko dati, yun yung sinusuot ko during wash day. So, yun, wala akong bago. Kasi nga, I need to, extra thrifty because, there's a lot of requirements that I need to purchase. I need to purchase a lot of materials for my requirements in college, and I need to spend time also for searching on the net. So I need to have allowance for internet or for browsing internet cafes like that. So ayan, luckily 4-piece came. So when 4-piece came, not pa. I got really problematic on how to have my monthly tuition. So that's my problem. So that time kasi students can face the president of the school. So I went directly to the president's office and really introduced my mom because they were friends before. So introduced my mom for him to recognize me as his friend's daughter. That's only my technique on how to get closer to the president and for me to be able to have a conversation with him. And that's my way of, asking favor that, sir, can I pay next month, next tuition? Uh, Kasi nga, if you cannot pay the tuition, then you cannot take the exam. But if the president will sign, and that's good for you. So I took that opportunity to get closer with the president that time. So ayan, I remember one time when I went to the president's office and asked for asked for favor uh, if I can still take the exam without, without payment. So then he asked me, "Oh, how much will you give?" So I asked him, "Sir, can I take the exam? Promise I have can I promise that, I will pay for the exam next time?" Then he told me, "How much will you give for this month?" And I said, "Sir, wala lagi quick kwarta, sir. I don't have money really. But I promise to give next month. Please, sige na sir, please. Please let me take the exam. Please sign my promissory note." So, I was really begging that time. Although, it's very, nakakahiya. I'm kinda ashamed that time, but, for me to take the exam, I need to face him, and I need to face this kind of situation. Kasi sabi ko, if you face your problem with a solution, then you will know if that solution is effective or not. Then find another solution. But that time it was effective. Then the president told me, okay, you can get the exam, but make sure to pay for the next month. So ayan, I applied. I took the exam then, and I applied every scholarship that was offered in our school. All the scholarship I got closer with the department heads, with the teachers there. I always find ways to start a conversation with them, because when you are familiar with them, you can be informed of all the privileges that the school is offering. So then I applied for congressional scholarship that time. So I was accepted, but only for that was 2,500 pesos per semester. But it's quite okay. Who will give you 2,500 pesos for your tuition? Nobody, right? So ayan. So I took that opportunity, every opportunity that offered in the school. I really try to have that, because in my mind, uh if there are doors open, then I will get it. But if the doors are closed, then I'll try the windows. If the windows are closed, then I'll try the chimney. So try to look for something that will help you to be motivated in your craft, or in your field, or in your course. So I so but luckily another surprise came. We were called, our family were called to be part of this four-piece program. So I went there, and luckily I was accepted for four-piece due to my children. I have four children that time. So I was accepted to be part of the four-piece, this Pantawid Pamilyang Filipino program, o Pantawid Pamilyang Filipino program. So that's the time. So I am receiving 2,000 plus, I guess. 300 each. No, I have only two student that time. Or two, yeah, two school children that time. My si ate at si kuya, the eldest and the second eldest. And 300 per month, then I have two, so that's 600. 601 2 plus health. So I am receiving my 2,000 plus. So every time that I receive that, because every 2 months, I put or I get some part of it for my tuition. For me to, really uh, really cope with my tuition fee. And so, and then another, this congressional scholarship came or financial aid came. So, nababawasan yung aking utang. I'm still continuing my studies, working in my mom's 24-hour store. Nakakaya ko siya, guys. And still be able to, still be able to maintain my good grades. Because that time, I am really working not only for my family, but, to give honor to my parents. I am really motivated to, give them the pride and honor that once lost. Uh, the pride and honor that they are expecting from me. That, And then, really, I work double time even if I'm working in my mom's place. I see to it to review my notes, review the books, review every chapter for me to, when there is long quiz or exam, I can get a good grades or good score. So that's what I did. If there are things that I find it hard to understand, I'll try to ask people who are knowledgeable. I am not ashamed that time. Though my though my mom told me, "Huy, makaorigi ka dira ato ng customer and then you're asking them." Ay, siya. They are here to relax and you are disturbing them. But I said, "Ma, this is my only way to, ask help because I know they can help me." So, ayan. And then I asked that person, can you help me with this mathematical problem? And they were like, oh, no problem. Let me see that. And then she, and then he get my notes and these are the ways on how to solve this equation. This is the first equation one, and then in order for you to, after the equation one, so now this is the equation two, not yet the answer, and after equation two, this is now the equation three, and to the, I guess it's equation five, finally the answer came. So, but I was able to, grasp the formula because of that help. Kasi naman when instructor is engineer and you're education student and you're like me, I haven't gone through such formulas during my high school. It's because I am a product of alls. So I need to really double time. So I need to really seek help from people that I believe can help me. So that's what I did. And then, luckily, I was second year that time when end of second year end of second year, second semester when I applied for Sagip Ka Pamilya Scholarship at kabarangay.com. So I tried really because my purpose that time is to really ease that or to pay that tuition fee for me to graduate uh, without problems, no tuition fee. So I applied then. So there's a lot of process that I need to go back and forth to ABS, CBN, Cagayan de Oro City, seek this, have this exam, have this essay test, answer this and that, and luckily I was Like I was chosen by Sagip Kapamilya to be part of the batch 2, Sagip Kapamilya Scholars batch 2 academic track saya sa academic scholar. So again, I need to double time to really maintain my grades. So I I continue my I continue studying, but that scholarship was not yet granted. At the midst of third year second sem, I lost the faith of having that scholarship. But I was shocked by the end of the third year second semester. I was called by ABS-CBN Sagip Kapamilya that my scholarship was granted already. So that gives me a lot of, butterflies in the stomach. Wow. Yes, because it really, maintaining grades is not that easy, you know. So, yeah, I was able to, because Sagip Kapamilya was giving me 2,000 per month as allowance, and they are paying also my tuition. So all my allowance, that allowance, I really give that to the cashier directly, for me to lessen my school balance my tuition fee. So I paid, instead of, oh hey class, hey guys, let's have snacks. When I received that allowance from ABS-CBN sa Gift Kapamilya, I really brought it directly to the cashier to pay my tuition. Luckily, I graduated. To make the story short, I graduated with zero balance, and I also graduated as the top or outstanding graduate of that year. That award was given uh, only to one student, or only one student who really excel in different aspects in her education, her college education. So you need to have that higher you need to have that highest rank when it comes to academic, and of course when extracurricular activities you need to excel. So yeah, I graduated with flying colors, and I was thankful that I was able to graduate, bringing my parents in the stage. uh they're able to hang me that outstanding graduate medal for me, and they're like, we're so proud of you. They told me that, because that time I asked my partner to really this time give this to my parents, because I want to honor them. I want to give them back that pride that I have lost before. So ayan, I was like crying during my speech, and I also thank the president for being able to consider me every time I ask for favor with my tuition. Um, I yeah, I graduated 2014 as a top student of Misamis Oriental Institute of Science and Technology. And yeah, after graduation, I applied for many jobs like call center agent, and of course, applying different schools for me to have the experience. So I applied for a to be an agent in a call center. But I'll tell you guys, I was told to wait, and then I guess I am on my third round for my application. Kasi nga marami yan eh, first round and first round, second round, third round, mga ganun, may mga ganun pa. So while waiting for my third round interview, um Moist called me. They're like, please come to school, blah 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 blah, and have your blah 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 demonstration, blah 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 blah. So between being a call center agent and a teacher, although the salary for call center is quite high compared to teaching in a private school, but then I choose teaching. It's because it's my field. It's that's the reason why I took up bachelor in elementary education. So I choose that. So I choose more teaching Moise, and after that I prepared for my exam. So for my licensure examination for teachers, like I prayed hard, I worked hard because I was awarded by a certain review center, a famous review center in Cagayan de Oro that time. I was awarded with scholarship. So despite my busy schedule, I choose to went to CDO and have my review. Sayang naman others are paying, and that was free for me. So I work Monday to Friday in Moist, and Saturday Sunday I spend it with this review center who grant me scholarship, the St. Louis Review Center that time. So ayan, luckily I get a good rating during my let. So that makes me, or that helped me try my luck in DepEd. So I was then I that was no I received the result for let, because I took up the let on August 17, 2014, and the result was posted on October 27. That was my mom's birthday, October 27, 2014, and I was like, oh, what a gift from my mom. So every time my mom naging event, kasi nga I always every time I receive awards, or I succeed, I earned something, I always consider, I always have that, feeling that I need to inform my parents first, Sila kasi yung, they are my basis. So everything that I struggled for, everything that I want to achieve, they are always part of it, aside from my children. My parents really always comes first. So yeah, I received the result October 27. I was really like, oh my God, thank you, God, that you really give me this blessings, this opportunity, this reward for all my hard work. So I'm really grateful for that. Kasi not all not not all not all college achiever pass the board. There are some who are magna cum laude, but during the exam, they wasn't able to, or they weren't able to pass. So I am really humble myself and offer this offer this offer this achievement to really to God for really guiding me during the exam and for really helping me pass it. So to make this story short, that was October. So by December, I prepared all the documents that I have, from my college diploma to my transcript of records, all my certificates during college, yeah, all the documents that I will be needing for ranking. Sure, by December, by January, ranking, I joined the ranking for DepEd. It was a quite long journey from January, February, March. I I was able to, being part of the ranking. Kasi that time, some were, uh, questioning my decision of joining the DepEd's ranking. It's because they said it's too early now to, join the rankings. I just graduated and just passed the board. I have less experience compared to others. But what drives me that time is that I need to check how far my credentials can go with the ranking. Because if the first ranking is a flop, then, or if that first ranking uh, had failed me or will fail me, then I will think again of, earning some experiences, because each year of experience is a point. Or so if that's my decision, if I can't have this ranking, or have this ranking this year, then I will take time to consider earning some points for experience, because my experience is only 1 year with Moist alone. But I still pray hard that, you know I can join that ranking, that I can I can be I can pass that ranking, or I can join that DepEd registry of qualified applicants, or that RQA. So that's that's what drives me, and really motivate me to pray hard, ask hard. I offer everything to God, that Lord, if I won't be able to be part of the RQA, then please give me a job for my family. But Lord, please help me, help me be part of RQA. So that's how I that's how I prayed. Like, I'm really kneeling and asking for favor from God, that He will be able to pass me for the RQA. So luckily, thank God, uh, I was really being part of the RQA. All my credentials put me there. So my decision of joining the rank for that early time, uh, my decision of joining that ranking for RQA did not really fail me, but put me where I am today. So I waited for, I guess, that May May I was called by the division of Misamis Oriental. They're like, kanang, they're like, prepare the documents for this, ana. Kasi that time, there's a mass hiring for DepEd teachers, because the K to 12 is still ongoing. K to 12 implementation, pilot implementation. So they're like, needing teachers to fill every uh, to fill every class. So yeah, starting May, I guess that was May. I completed all my documents from my neuro, all of the test of all the tests and requirements that I need to, have my medical, my neuro, all of those things. I completed that. And by June, I was told to wait for their call. So ayan, by July 13, I received my advice order to be part of the PED, and I was stationed to Lantad Integrated School. So yeah, I was assigned there and enjoyed my service there. Do my task, but having a life. I enjoyed my stay there. So I also getting every household, like I try to get closer with the people there in Lantad. I make friends. I make family. I have a lot of people that, I've been able to ask about how they are feeling, how's their status, how are they 2010 years ago. So I was able to have that information, and that gives me the opportunity to really evaluate myself. How should I be grateful for all the things that I have. So but at the same time, I really share also my experiences on how did I change my life from that vendor, from that uh, from that from that very simple. So that very, I guess that's the lowest point of poverty, like, if we are not selling now, there's no rice in our, or there's no food on our table. So I was able to share how did I, change my life from the way they are, from the way they were, or from the way they were the time, but I wasn't have this education and today. So I also have this, this, parang it's I parang I already have this, tawag dito, parang I have already put this in mind, or I have already discouraged to really inspire my story to them, that, no matter how hard life is, you need to continue education. You need to choose educating yourself. You need to choose the hard path, or harder path, for you to be where you are now. So to make my story not that short, because it's already 1 hour as I'm in the video. So I tawag dito. So when I was hired last July 13, by that second sem, October, I already enrolled for my master's degree. Like master's in Master of Arts and Master of Arts in Educational Administration. I enrolled in Master of Arts in Educational Administration in Cagayan de Oro City College, FINMA. So every time that I stayed in Lantad for 5 days, like Monday to Friday. Friday, bababa na ako yan. And by Saturday and Sunday, I spent it with my, master's study. So I went to Cagayan de Oro City and continue my master's education. So that's how my life was being, played by me. So I choose to, though I also have this relaxation with friends, but I always consider that you need to educate yourself, you need to continue learning, because that's very important. So no matter how, you know no matter how I enjoy at times, and how I work hard for my job, I still see to it to, continue my education. So then I graduated my at I only have 2 years in Lantad, and I was transferred in Densul Elementary School. That's where I am now, working station. So um I graduated my Master of Arts in Educational Administration last 2000 2018. I guess that was 2000 March to April 2018, if I am not mistaken. So yeah. And then I rested for a year, and I rested for a sem. Nag-stop muna ako, and then I proceed for my PhD. So I enrolled in my uh, philosophy education major in instructional supervision. That's PDDAS, PhD in educational administration and instructional supervision. So, ayan. So, last 2020, I already garnered my complete academic requirements for PhD. So, for now, I was enrolled for my dissertation, but um, I am not yet finished. So, I am still looking on how to, and I'm still, because I have also this, you know this anxiety and depression, which attacked me during this pandemic, and really distort my, plan, distort my uh distort my plan, this timeline. But I realize I just need more time. I need to relax, because there's a lot of job also, or there's a lot of work to do also here in our school. So I realize I need to rest my brain cells, and then go back when I am okay. So, yun ang ginagawa ko ngayon, guys. But what's important is that, you have reached that far because you're working hard. From that vendor, from that uh, teen parents, from that uh, teen's pregnancy, then how far you have gone through with your hard work, and with your perseverance, and with your prayers. So, ayan na, guys. I hope you have learned something from me. You have learned something from me. I hope my story have this pinch for you to wake up and change your life. Kasi, guys, you cannot change your life without hard work, without decision making. If you have that decision and work for it, that's very important. But also take time to relax, but not too long. Wag masyado. I realize you can only change your life, the standard of living. You can only change that if you are able to change your life. Kasi I was like discriminated by some people. But where I am now, not to brag, but I am receiving respects from other people, even I am not asking for it. And lang guys, if you want to earn something, then work on it. So yun na guys, thank you for watching my video, and I hope it can give you, or it can help you, or it can motivate you to work hard, changing your life, or changing the life that you have. Thank you for watching. This is again Maestra Filingera, and this is my life story. Bye bye.